Welcome to my project ideas. This is an ongoing series on Google Firebase integration in SAP UI5. And in this particular video, we'll learn how to do OTP based login integration in SAP UI5 using Google Firebase. So the steps are pretty simple. You need to enable authentication, that is phone based authentication in Google Firebase. And then you need to do some integrations based upon Google Firebase login code provided by Google itself, and then you need to enable the phone number for manual test. So you can actually also test your own phone numbers, but we'll use the trial mode, demo mode phone numbers because it will be faster to test it out. We have also written an article for you where we have mentioned all the theoretical as well as the coding part, and you can just follow this article also to create your own project. So entire code that we are going to discuss in this video is already explained here and with the screenshots of the output also. Fine. So we'll go back to the coding part. So in our previous videos, we have done Firebase setup. We have also integrated SAP UI5 with Firebase. So after following those steps, this is the third step that we'll be following where we will enable email and password login, phone login. And once the phone login is enabled, you can just click on it and you can provide testing phone numbers like this. So you have to provide, uh, the code of your country. So I'm from India, it's +91, and a trial verification OTP code. So I can write 1 2 3 4 5 6, something like that. So OTP is generated by Google Firebase, and it is a six-digit number. So in place of actual phone number, in place of actual OTP, we'll be using this trial number and trial OTP. Fine. So the number is added here, and I believe just cross check if number is there or not. Yeah, the number is there. Perfect. So the authentication part at Google Firebase is done. We'll jump to our coding section. So the first thing that you do, regarding integration is that you add a script for Google Firebase. So these scripts are provided in the article. Just copy and paste in index file, and then you create a JS file for Firebase where you add the integration code, right? These code that you generate from the project settings, like here. We have added our application, and we have this code. The same code you have like added here. So these things we have already covered in the previous videos, but just to showcase these steps and remind you that these are required before we proceed. The third part is that we have created a model. Simple model.js file is there by default in SAP UI5. Within that, we have created our own config model and just one field that is called OTP sent. So we make it enable and disable. If we set OTP is already sent, then we make it true. Otherwise, it is false. Fine. And both these models, Firebase model and the global model, is added in the component file like this. So we call our config model and we initialize our Firebase model. I believe one thing is missing here. Model. Okay, no. I think I see everything is there. Fine. So once this part is done, then we go to the view part where we have a hard-coded combo box with few country codes. So +9 1 is for India, +65 is for Singapore, and like this other country code we have added manually. Then we have created an input box where we'll get the mobile number of the user, and then we have added a button called get OTP, and when you press that, the OTP in button or OTP input box will be enabled, and you can add your OTP there. And apart from that, we have a button called sign in, which will be clicked so that you can sign in using the OTP. Apart from all these things, we have also added one piece of code. It's a HTML code. So this is a code which will be used for reCAPTCHA. So Google Firebase works on reCAPTCHA. So reCAPTCHA is the latest technology by which the user doesn't have to enter a CAPTCHA, doesn't have to select image for CAPTCHA. So it automatically verifies it. But for that, it needs HTML component, and it is called a sign in button. So that we have created manually here. So once this is done, we go to the controller part. So in after rendering, so once our application renders, we have written a code to get the captcha, and this captcha code actually finds our sign in button. So this is something that we have added in view, right? This sign in button. So this is checked, and based on that, a captcha is cached. And once the captcha resolves, we just hide our bridge indicator. This is the thing that we are doing for captcha, and till now nothing will happen. So now you will enter your phone number and click on get OTP. And in that use case, we'll just fetch the mobile number that you have entered. We'll fetch the country code, and we'll just merge them together, and then we'll use the reCAPTCHA that we have just checked. Both will be used to send the data in backend, and the backend will thereafter generate OTP. So once the OTP is generated, we'll enter that OTP in our front end, and again click a button called sign in. And now in this use case, we'll get the OTP value, and we'll send this OTP to backend for confirmation like this. And after whatever we get from the uh, backend, then we can just show that you are logged in via OTP in front end as success message, or we can also show the error that we are getting from the backend. So these are things that we have done. Apart from that, we have a button called on reset. We are just resetting the values. Okay, fine. So we'll just try to log in here. I've refreshed the UI so that a reCAPTCHA is captured once again. Fine. So we'll just try once again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Get OTP. I believe it will ask for captcha once again. Let's see. No, that's great. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Click on sign in. Fine, perfect. So now we were able to catch the error now. The SMS verification code used to create the phone auth credential is invalid. Please resend the verification code SMS and be sure to use the verification code provided by the user. So this is the error code generated by Google Firebase and not us. And now we can just enter the right one and click sign in, and it will work fine. Yeah, great. So we were able to successfully do the OTP based login in SAP UI5. The updated code will be added in the article that we will share in the description of the video. In case you face any issue, let us know in the comment section. Thank you very much.